What is up, my fellow citizens? It's Gio here, and finally, the long-awaited whole series is finally launched so we can get that space trucking. But we're going to go ahead and hop into some of the info, then go ahead, I'm going to let you guys hear my thoughts on this ship because there is a lot to talk about. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. The whole series promise. In short, the Misc whole series of ships is how cargo gets from place to place. An interconnected system of ships designed around the same principles and intended to share the same equipment and maintenance processes. Misc has created the whole A through E to provide countless options for every type of merchant. From the single-person hull A to the supermassive hull E bulk freighter, there's a hull for every job. Each ship includes a manned cab, a drive unit, and a telescoping cargo spindle. When laden, the spindle expands to accept cargo pallets. While unloaded, the spindle unfurls for faster, more maneuverable travel. Okay, so now we're going to go over each ship starting with A all the way down to E. So let's go ahead and get into it. The hull A, the smallest, most affordable hull. The hull A is great for those just striking out in the galaxy on their own. The hull A is most similar to the Aurora and Mustang, but lacks the jack-of-all-trades nature. Where the others trade cargo capacity for firepower or speed, the hull A is 100% on-mission transport. Additionally, hull A and B are often used as station-to-orbit ferries. Stats: focus, cargo, length 22 meters, mass 14,303 kilograms, max crew 1 person, and cargo capacity 75. Okay, so I should have went over this note before I went over the ships in the beginning, but it says the whole series measures carrying capacity in standard cargo units, or SCU. The SCU value of previously released ships can be determined by dividing the total capacity by 4. The stats page will be updated with proper SCU data shortly. For more information in cargo interaction and Star Citizen, check out today's design post. The hull B. The hull B is a more rugged option, most often compared to Misc-owned Freelancer. But where the Freelancer is equipped for long-range exploration and other roles, the hull B is a pure cargo transport. Hull B are often used as corporate support ships, and it's not uncommon to spot several in different liveries during a single flight. Stats: length 49 meters, mass 67,137 kilograms, max crew 1 person, cargo capacity 600. The hull C. Often called the most common ship in the galaxy, the hull C is the most produced of the range and is considered by many to be the most versatile. Intended to hit the sweet spot between the smaller single-person transports and the massive super freighters that make up the rest of the range, the hull C offers the expansive modularity of the larger ships while still retaining a modicum of the maneuverability allowed the low end of the range. Stats: length 105 meters, mass 298,419 kilograms, max crew 3 persons, cargo capacity 4,800. The hull D. The hull D kicks off the larger end of the spectrum with a massive ship build around a rugged frame. The hull D is affordable enough to be operated by mid-sized organizations and companies. Hull D are often used as flagships for mercantile operations, but their bulk means they should be operated with escort fighters while not in safe space. The UEE military uses modified hull D as part of their supply chain, arming and refueling the soldiers on the front line. Stats: length 209 meters, mass 1,088,057 kilograms, max crew 5 persons, cargo capacity 21,600. The hull E. The largest specialized freighter available on the market today. The hull E is generally owned by major corporations and operated with a high degree of planning. The lack of maneuverability inherent in such a large ship means that anyone planning to operate them should be careful about equipping turrets and providing escort. Their potential load and modularity is unparalleled. However, no other ship allows as much room to store goods or to modify towards another role. Stats: length 372 meters, mass 3,241,052 kilograms, max crew 5 persons, cargo capacity 153,600. Now this bad boy comes with a warning sticker and it reads as, while the whole E has a massive cargo capacity on paper, it is also a major target for pirates and raiders. Whole E are typically used in safe sector trade routes and are operated as part of a larger fleet. Additionally, getting geared up to operate a whole E at full capacity will require a significant investment in terms of credits. A single load of cargo typically has more value than the ship itself. In short, whole E operation is not for the faint of heart. Now let's go over some of these modularity options that they were talking about. The standardized spindle found on all 5 members of the whole series is capable of securely attaching many types of cargo containers. These range from standard store-all big box containers to specialized freight units equipped for liquids, perishable goods, dispatch parcels, livestock, and more. Owing to the ubiquity of the cargo pallet systems, many manufacturers have created third-party add-ons capable of taking advantage of the whole superstructure. These range from additional ship upgrades, shield generators, sensor suites and the like, to stealth cargo pods to gimbal turrets and other weapons which can take the place of some cargo pallets on larger ships with a corresponding reduction in cargo capacity. As a result of these expansion ports, the whole series is one of the most modular starships available. Many view it as a platform upon which to build as much as the boat hauler it was designed as. But how does it land? Every ship in the whole series is capable of making a planetary landing while contracted. Additionally, the whole A and B may land while fully laden. The whole C, D, and E typically deposit their cargo at an automated orbital yards before landing to dock, though they are equipped for the water landings favored on low gravity worlds. Whew, that was a long one, but anyways, let's go over these prices. The whole A is 60, the whole B is 90, the whole C is 200, the whole D is 350, the whole E is 550, and if you're a big baller, you got 1,250 for the whole A Palooza pack. Now, I myself, I'm going with a whole B and a whole C. I know last week, or a few days ago, I should say, I was talking about getting the whole E, but after reading how everything's gonna go and how everything's looking, I'm definitely just gonna stick with the B and C, because first of all, I wanna do probably some trading on my own if none of my people are online, so I could do it myself. And then the whole C, I could have a light crew, and it got the capabilities of the A and B and somewhat the D and E. It's like the best of both worlds, so I kind of like that sweet spot in between there. I must say they really caught me off guard with how this ship looks. I had no idea it was going to look like this or even perform like this. I was actually expecting something more closed in, not with your cargo outside the ship. So that definitely changes up the whole game of how I'm going to be trading, because like I said, with the merchantmen, your stuff is protected. This is kind of just on the outside, just in the open. So if you get attacked, your shit's gonna get jacked. So I don't know how that's gonna work out. We're gonna have to see. And since the Orion and this have the same spindle function going on, I'm kind of curious if I'm in space and I'm sitting there mining with my Orion and my ore comes with one of these holes. It looks like we could switch off the cargo from the Orion and put it on the whole series, whatever one we have. It seems like we could switch them back and forth. I don't know, but the way it's looking, that'd be real cool. So you wouldn't have to leave your mining spot and you guys could just sit there and milk that mining area. So I want to see how that turns out also. But I usually don't recommend buying ships, but I'm going to recommend it this time because it's such a cheap buy-in at 60. And you get an LTI ship and you could CCU it for something else maybe in the future and have LTI for another ship. But I want you guys to keep in mind, pick a ship that's within your range. That's what I did, especially with my org, because I was going to get a whole E, but after seeing it's for like a major orgs, we're not that type of size. So keep in mind when you do that, you're going to need major escorts. Like I wouldn't leave out with that whole E without at least 20 ships. I want 20 ships on that thing because you're going to get attacked if you don't go around safe areas, and that's going to be a problem. But even the smaller variants, if you ask me, you are still going to get attacked a lot. As a matter of fact, I actually believe you'll get attacked more being a smaller ship, because you got to think about it. If it's me and 3 other cutlasses, let's just say 3 other cutlasses, would it be worth the trouble attacking a fully heavy secured whole E, or should I just attack a whole C or B and it'll be easier work because there's not going to be that many escorts on them? Then you would have to take into account, even if we did take over the whole E, just let's say if we did, we're not even gonna be able to store all the cargo in the Cutlass. So wouldn't it just be easier if I was attacking a hole A or B and I could make sure all that stuff fits in my cargo? Because if I attack a hole E, go through all that trouble and I still can't get all the cargo, was it worth it? And that's the type of things you have to take into account, because we have to understand majority of Star Citizen economy is going to be trading. I would probably say maybe 70% of the game is going to be trading. That's another reason why I would definitely recommend getting one of these ships, because like I said, there's going to be a lot of trading going on, and then you can just trade your way up and get your ships if you guys are earning ships in the PU. So keep that in mind. I'm also curious, will there be some type of insurance system for my cargo if I get jacked? Because I need to know that my cargo is going to be safe, or some people may not even want their cargo safe. They just may want to risk it and see if they can get it without paying the extra insurance. I'll be willing to pay that, because I'm one of those people who get pissed when my shit gets jacked. So I definitely want to have some insurance on there just to make sure I'll be safe. And if I'm doing a job for somebody else, I want to make sure their goods are safe and insured if something happens. The last thing I want to touch on is the modularity options. Now, it could be pretty much endless. Ain't no telling. Like, we could probably have casinos. We could probably turn this thing into a space yacht. I mean, the options could go on and on. I just can't wait to see what else we could do with this ship, because that's going to be another factor if I get a one of the bigger ships to hold D or E. So I just have to see. But that is all for today. What do you guys think of the whole series, and did you guys get one? Which one did you get? Let me know. But you guys have a blessed day. And one more thing, Star Citizen for life.